Welcome back to more Kingdom Hearts 1. Last time what did we do? I have to think. We went and did the final part of the games. We fought Hades and the Rock Titan. We smelled what the Rock Titan was cooking. It didn't smell very good. And we got the Ansem reports. And speaking of Ansem, today we're going to fight Ansem for the the first and second time, technically, so...
Ansem used the power of darkness to fuck up my Audacity, and he fucked up my audio. So this definitely isn't the second take of this part.
One who doesn't know how to use Audacity could not hear Audacity.
God damn it.
This world has been connected.
We brought this up last time, but like, I love Billy Zane. His dialogue makes no sense, but it's awesome just because it's Billy Zane and his voice is really cool.
Darkness within darkness.
There is so
Well, 2 does that shit as well, because like Diz stands for darkness and 0. It's like, what does that mean? What does darkness and 0 mean?
And Xemnas does it too. Xemnas is more... Ansem definitely has a lot, like, more what does that mean dialogue than Xemnas, but Xemnas is more like, that's just really stupid dialogue.
Yeah. But Xemnas about your voice. Like, your voice is too good, so...
Who do you like more? Do you like Xemnas' voice or Ansem's voice? Like,
Xemnas, for sure. Xemnas.
Okay.
Xemnas.
This is counting Billy Zane as Ansem, just the act of it.
But Billy Zane's like, he's more charismatic, but in terms of like pure voice and presence, is Xemnas, for sure.
Take a look at this tiny place.
Because like, I love Ansem just because of how charismatic and goofy he is. But like, when Xemnas is on the screen, it's like, there's a real presence when he's talking. It's like, okay.
He's an actual, he feels more like a threat, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, Ansem, there's a reason for this, and we probably should have brought this up when we covered the Chernobog fight, but the thing is with Ansem, you could tell he got added probably later in the game, because originally in this game, Chernobog was going to be the final boss, apparently. Or at least the main villain or something. So, you can tell Ansem got thrown in really later on into this, like, at least in the game, because he doesn't do a whole lot.
You don't actually see him till Hollow Bastion, yeah.
Yeah, and even then, he doesn't do much at all. He just kind of shows up and he's like, yeah, I'm here, so...
The heart is no
I talked about this in, like, the Lost Recording Into Darkness. But, one thing which always struck me as odd was, so Ansem's a Heartless, but he's the only intelligent Heartless. Which is like, even in 2 they bring this up, why nobodies are such a threat is because they can scheme, right? So you have the organisation, they have intelligence, and they can actually formulate a plan. Compared to Heartless, which are quite animalistic by nature, and they just attack anything they see. And I never got why Ansem was the only intelligent Heartless. I just found that a bit weird. I was surprised we never saw more, or why they didn't bring up why Ansem was the only one who could actually think and plan.
You have come this far, and still you understand nothing. Every light must fade. Every heart return to dark.
So you have come this far, and yet you still understand nothing. Kingdom Hearts in a nutshell, folks. That's my favorite. Everybody makes that joke, but it does fit. We're almost at KH3, and I still have no idea what's actually going on in this series, so it does fit. This fight is not really that hard. I'm gonna say this now, though. I have a very bad take of it, mostly because recording curse, you know, it gets me all the time. But this fight's not hard. It's definitely his second fight where you're gonna be a bit more, having a bit of a more challenging time, I'll put it that way. But like I said, this fight, not hard. You have Donald and Goofy here. The only bad thing about this fight you'll have trouble with, maybe, is his curse attack, where he'll just, like, he'll have the Guardian kind of just grab you, and he'll just kind of follow you around, and you'll take damage because of that. Other than that, not that hard of a fight, you know? Just be careful, you know? I will say one attack that does, or ability, whatever, that does help a lot with this fight is Strike Raid is really good with this fight. I should have used it, and I didn't do it, but mostly because of how he has the Guardian here, you can just get far away and just throw the Keyblade at him and Strike Raid. It saves you a lot of time, so yeah, I definitely recommend that. Ragnarok's not bad for this fight, but I would probably recommend Strike Raid, and the thing is, too, if you're really worried about it, after this fight, like this phase of the fight, you can switch up your abilities and items and stuff, so you have nothing to worry about. But it's just the next phase, you can't do it after that, so definitely be careful. Yeah, we brought this up, but I love this boss arena, because literally, this does the same thing what the Riku fight does in Hollow Bastion, where it's taking an old area and pretty much it's kind of just bringing old stuff back. You know, it's a trope that you said you love, and I really like it. And it's really cool.
Yeah, bringing it back to the beginning.
Yeah, it's really nice. KH1 is the only game that really does that, because 2 doesn't. I mean, 2 does it, but it doesn't do it a lot. I don't think so.
But to be fair, the world that never was is like one of the best endgame areas
Sure.
in like, the series. All
Like,
it.
don't get 2 does have callbacks, like the beginning stuff, because like in 2, when you fight, spoiler, you fight Xemnas for the first time, you have a reference to the secret ending to this game, so which is really cool.
Yeah, you even replicate like the most iconic scene of the secret ending in the reaction command.
Which is pretty awesome, admittedly.
It's like one if not the only reaction command you actually have to time as well in the series. Because like there's 3 different ones depending on how close you get to Xemnas, and if you do the one called like the end or something, or I think it's called Final Clash, you have to wait a bit to activate it, and it like takes up so much of his health. Whereas other reaction commands, there's no timing to them.
Also, him brought this up, but Xemnas is like dialogue and stuff like the submit and the come guardian never gets old. They're always funny. Come, open your heart. I love Billy Zane. He's so good. Also, we kind of brought this up last night, but one of my things about 0.2 that I really love, I love that this area comes back. I think that's really cool. But it's like, it's like an island far away from the island. Yeah.
I love the area comes back. I don't like the boss which accompanies it though. However,
Devil's Wave has really nice music, and it has a nice like little section like with Mickey and Aqua, but holy cow, that boss sucks.
terrible.
Like his
So bad.
I don't think his first phase is that bad. I think it's, you know, it's okay. It's his second phase that I'm just like,
Nah, his
no.
first phase on critical is like, it's a nightmare because like he can randomly stun you for no reason, and his tells aren't very clear. Because with that boss, it's like when his eyes are orange, he's attacking, and when they're yellow, he's neutral. But he'll just switch in and out without rhyme or reason. It's kind of like, how do you expect me to like read what he's gonna do next?
So you brought this up last time, but originally there was going to be a Riku fight here, apparently.
Yeah, so, oh god, I've got it up. So, yeah, there's an area known as the Crumbling Island, which is meant to appear in the end of the world. And, it was the setting for the final battle between Sora and Riku. And it appears as a remnant of Destiny Islands, and, like, I sent Lance a picture in Discord, which he might put up in this part, but, it looks kind of like the area where you're about to fight the dark side, but there's kind of, like, more levels, so there's, like, a middle and top level. And you can tell they just threw Darkseid in as an extra form.
Like, we brought this up, but one of the things about KH that I've never liked is how the final bosses have too many. I think they just have too many phases, personally. Like, they go on for way too long. I'm looking, like, I love KH too, but, and we brought this up, if they would get rid of that dragon, nothing in the final boss would change at all. Like, context maybe, but you could do without that dragon fight, and you could do without one of the Arnold Xemnas fights, preferably the first one. But, like, the same applies with KH1. You really could do without this Darkseid fight, and nothing would change. Like, honestly, I would be fine if it just skipped the second Ansem fight, and then you fight what happens after that, you know? But, nope, we have Darkseid here, because he's Darkseid.
But it's not like they buffed him up or anything, it's like the exact same fight. That's what we can...
And he's just as easy. Like, he's easier, actually, because you have all these abilities now. He's not hard in the slightest. I could see them only adding it, because maybe you can build your MP back up, but even then, it's, you know... Like, I'm not... God, I hate the behemoths, but at least throw a behemoth here to help the Darkseid fight or something, I guess, but... You know... It's just weird, like, was this Darkseid just here waiting for Sora? He's like, I have to get my paycheck, so...
I'm sorry. Even I don't want to be here.
God. I wanted to be in that God of War game, but I got put in Kingdom Hearts, of all things. I could see Kratos fighting... Oh my god, Kratos fighting a Darkseid would be kind of awesome, actually. Now, this Ansem fight is actually pretty hard. It's by far the hardest main story fight. Like, the secret bosses are harder than this guy, but still, this fight, the first time you play it, is pretty difficult. I'll put it this way, I've been playing this game for years, and I still have trouble with this guy. And the first time I played this fight, it was a nightmare for me.
As you said, like in our previous recording, it's this barrage attack which kind of fucks you up. Like that one, which I didn't know you could block until like you showed me. And that kind of blew my mind, but if that hits you, it does a ton of damage. And like by the time you heal, he's probably going to hit you again.
That's the main problem with this. It's not really a problem, but the reason this fight's so much harder is like when you do the first fight. Well, it's one thing you have Dawn and Goofy with you, that obviously is a factor. But it's with the first fight, you're on the beach, so you have a lot of room to move in. In this fight, you don't. You are stuck in a circular area that's not very big to begin with, so you have to be very careful of what you do. Definitely if you have Leaf Bracer by this point in the game, that comes in handy a lot, especially this fight. But I don't have it because I was like, well, I'm fine. I can beat the game without it, but still, this fight can be difficult. I should have got Leaf Bracer, admittedly, but it's in the past, so... One trick, like what Philip brought up, is you can block his barrage attack. Admittedly, did not know how to do that until I was recording this fight, so I did it by complete accident, which was the best part, because I was like, holy cow, I didn't know you could do that. But, yeah, definitely block that.
Because it looks so powerful, you'd assume that you can't block it. So
it's like the fireball trick with Riku. Nobody knows you can do that until you actually be like, well, I'm gonna do this by complete accident, just see if it works. Because I immediately thought I could block that attack too, but you can't do that. It'd be cool if you could, though. One thing that would have been awesome, I got Skyward Sword. I'm very mixed on that game, but one thing I love is that when you're fighting Demise in the final boss, you can stick your sword up and have lightning strike it. It'd be cool if like Ansem did his like ground attack where he shoots those little waves at you, and you could like block it, catch it, and like throw it back at him. It'd been really sick.
Oh, that'd be cool, yeah.
KH3 should do that if you fight Ansem, which I'm sure you will, but...
You mean Riku will fight Ansem?
I hope.
Again.
Listen, we've talked about this before, but if they do the same Riku story arc in 3, I'm gonna be really mad. I'm like, God, we've done this 4 times now.
I mentioned this in the previous recording, but there's a Twitter account called KH Without Context, and they posted a scene from DDD where it's young Xehanort and Ansem. And young Xehanort says to Riku, look at your best friend. And Ansem's just standing there. And it always cracks me up.
To be fair, they are best friends. I mean, Riku spends more time on screen probably with
Pretty
Ansem
much.
than anyone else. Right, besides maybe Mickey. He spends more time on screen than anybody. Because honestly, you don't see Sora and Riku together much in this series. Like, beginning of 1, end of 2, and sometimes in DDD, and that's about it. Because they're never really on, like, they're not together much in 2, except for the end game, so. Yeah, like we brought up, this fight, I mean, it's difficult, but it's not, like, impossible. I mean, obviously, no, a lot of people have beaten this game before, you know, but still. It's by far the hardest in-game fight, or main story fight, is what I should say. Like, Sephiroth is a lot harder than this guy, but still. But, yeah, I definitely do think you're gonna fight Ansem again in 3. I kind of want to.
Of course you are. You're gonna fight all the Xehanorts in 3.
See, I don't know about all of them. I don't think you'll fight every...
Yeah.
Really? I don't think you'll fight all of them.
Why not?
I don't know. I think it's too much. I don't know.
Really? Because there's 13 of them.
I don't know. I think for sure you'll fight Young Xehanort, you'll fight Xemnas, you'll fight Ansem, and you'll fight Master Xehanort. You'll fight the main Xehanorts for sure. Like, I can't see fighting, like, Larxene or something. I don't know. If she's a Xehanort.
Well, we don't know if she's... Maybe, because what we've seen from 3 so far, they're putting Xehanort in each world as kind of the integral threat.
Yeah. They might. I mean, I don't
So
know.
there's Vanitas in Monsters Inc. There's Young Xehanort in Toy Story.
Marluxia and Tangled.
There's another one. Yeah. Well, we don't know about Tangled, yeah, but it seems like they're putting a Xehanort in each world. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's the main thread, like to defeat each Xehanort in 13 worlds.
I was thinking of something last night because I started listening to a podcast called Kingdom Smarts, and they were doing Chain of Memories, and they were bringing up the whole, like, the X in every name, you know? And I sat there and thought, what is Larxine's name? Because I can't figure what her name would be.
It's like Arlene or something like that.
That's
Elaine
weird.
or something. Like, people figured it out. It's like Elaine or something.
It's sad. I actually like Larxene. Like, I think she's actually a pretty decent villain, but because she's actually really unlikable, but that's it. Like, and she doesn't do a whole lot. The way she dies in the manga is so awesome, though. She explodes. They electrocute her and she blows up. It's so cool. And Ansem's down. One thing we did talk about is that when you block his, like, slidey attack, you get a lot of tech points for that, so definitely do that if you want a lot of tech points. So yeah, that's really all that's left right now. Next time is the finale of Kingdom Hearts as we take down Ansem and we do some other stuff.
Oh god,
oh god, oh man, oh god, oh man.